Hello friends, welcome. Today I will configure Employee Center real-time business requirement that is asked from a person during an interview question. So a person reached me out, so I thought I should share the solution with all of you guys from the system. So let's take a look on this requirement and what is the business requirement they have asked. The question is, if I want to send a notification to a person on each workflow step, will my CC role automatically send it, or should I have to do something else? So to answer this question, there are some configuration steps. What are? First of all, let's discuss why we need to do this. Many clients want the notifications at each step of the workflow. For example, manager approval, HRBP approval, and payroll approval. The main purpose is to keep all relevant teams informed, like HR, payroll, and IT. So everyone knows the current status. It also reduces the manual communication, maintains a proper audit trail, and improve the overall process transparency. So to configure this, which steps we will have to follow? For this scenario, we will use workflow email configuration in workflows. It will be assigned on manage workflow email configuration. Let's before continue, let me show you where we are going to configure. So for that, we'll go to on job page structure screen where we are configuring our workflows. On the drop down, let me select the workflow and select any workflow like that is the example, because this is our demo system. So here we use address and open this address change. So you see guys, this is workflow email configuration, and even when you click on this question mark, it will give you option to customize workflow notification for main workflow actions. Select a defined workflow email configuration in which workflow specific template groups can be assigned and email can be switched on or off. Learn more about custom workflow notification in the workflow guide. So as you know, on the SAP system, there are some standard functionalities that is provided by the SAP. That is, we have from this screen, let me duplicate this, and those standard notification can be found from email notification template setting. Here you see, and here I will search for workflow, and these are the predefined notification. You cannot even turn them off. So let me select on the workflow action approval notification, and you see this is the email body, that is the predefined, that is the standard delivery by the SAP. But if you want some customization, then you can use this workflow email configuration. And to configure this email configuration, how we have to do? First we need to configure manage document template screen. So we will create document generation group. So for that, let me duplicate this and search over here document generation. Yeah, over here you see, for the document generation we have document generation generate document, document generation manage document template, and document generation manage document template mapping. So for that we will select this document generation manage document template, click on this. So on the document generation group, in which we define the category as workflow, the purpose of it as we have to assign it under the workflow, so workflow will trigger the notification email. So how we do that? From here, create new, you see document generation group. So for that, For the sake of instance, let me go to take action, make correction, and find if there is any group is to be there. Yeah, maternity leave. So I will open this over here, document generation group, and you see the maternity. Let me confirm the name, maternity leave underscore. Yeah, this one. So you see over here, for the group we have just only three fields, that is the group ID that must always be unique, and then group name, and then the short description about the group, document generation group, and then the category, that is the very important. So here you see there are different categories for this group, like you want to send for absence form, alert, benefits email notification, benefits confirmation statement, document generation. So right now we are generating a document to generate an email through the workflow, not to generate the PDFs or to email. So for this we use the workflow. So choosing the workflow category and then just simply save it. And then the second thing for this configuration, what you have to do for the second thing, that is on the manage document template screen, we will create one document generation template. So let me open first, and here you see the document generation template, and over the template I will select maternity. Yeah, maternity first approver. Now here you see when I click on take action, make correction, here we will create template in which we have email subject, that is the way important. That is when you can find the same on the uh, email notification template setting. You see there is one subject and then one email body. Even when you do the standard email like on the Outlook, Hotmail, Yahoo, or even the most often used Gmail, you find there is one line, that is the email subject and then the email body. So email body and then assign the group that is created previously, that is very important. So why we are creating group? To create the group, like you can just group so many templates over this one group, like I can create multiple templates and then assign the same group. So that's why we have to create the group first, that is the way very important. So you see over here, here we will give the template ID, that is always the must be the unique name, and then you see the template name and then a little bit short description and the category. So don't forget to choose the same category that you have choose over the document generation group. So if you change the category over here or there, then there's a conflict on the information, and then no workflow is going to be triggered or there's no proper functionality will be working. So choose the same category on both sides, and then country, if it's country specific, like if you are working for the multinational firm, then you will have to choose the country, or even for the languages. And then the calendar, always the Georgian, and digital signature if you have to, then otherwise you don't have to do this. And then the group, that is very important. Just select the group you have created and email subject. Now here is very important thing. You see there is this some tokens for the standard what we have. You see over here the event reasons, these are the tokens, subject, user. But here we can create our own tokens inside the double square bracket. Like for example, here I am giving the subject name. Subject name is going on maternity leave. And who is the subject? User, for which the workflow is going to be started. And then here you see the template, that is the email body. And also here you see we have different tokens over here as well. The first approver name, subject name, start date, end date, initiator comments, subject name, and so on. Okay, so Now you have created the token. So what will happen the next? As you know that you are not using the standard functionality, you are now using the custom tokens for your actions. So for this we'll have to assign these token in the manage document template mapping screen, and here we will select the screen ID of document generation template. So basically to create all this, that we can assign this template in we can assign this in the manage organization page of structure screen on the workflow, and those our custom notifications email will go as per our requirement, as per the client requirement. So for that I will duplicate one more tab and go to document generation template mapping screen. Here, document generation template mapping, and here I will select the template name. So now the template ID will have to copy, because there are a lot of templates, but all I need this one. Now you see over here, these are the placeholders that we have: the subject name, the first approver name, start date, end date, initiator comments, and workflow link. All you see the placeholder inside the double square brackets are now acting as the placeholders, and now you will have to assign those placeholders by mapping from this screen, manage document template mapping. Now here on the mapping type, you see there are 5 options. One is the direct one, the other one is by rule, or the other one is the past direct, future direct, or reference. In my ever lifetime career, I don't see that people are using the past direct or the future direct. Basically they are using the direct or by rule or by the reference. So if you use the direct one, what will be happen? So the base object, now the direct means the direct base object, that is the HRIS element from which you will have to get the subject name. Okay. And if you choose the rule, then here you will have to create one rule or for this, and you will on the even on the manage configure business rules, you will find there one specific rule option for the document generation. You can just choose that template, and you can fetch those information with the help of a business rule. And for reference you see the option, all other options are disabled and only the reference option is enabled. And here now we are selecting who is the subject user, subject name. Now let me cancel it and again go back. You see, subject user preferred name. Here what the person is selecting, subject user preferred name. Who is the subject, like for which we are initiating the workflow? Who will be any other person like James, Cameron, or like you can say Saf, or whatever. Whatever is the person, the preferred name. Where is the preferred name is coming? The preferred name is coming from here, from the employee profile. So for that, let me go to the employee profile. Now you see on the person information, let me click on view all. Okay, show empty fields. You see preferred name. Okay, so for that, whatever you are referencing, please make sure that the field must have to be present there, or the data must have to be there. Otherwise you are always on the trouble, like you do the testing, why my data is not appearing on the screen, why my data is not appearing properly. So before doing any kind of reference or anything by the rule, just first check if what field you are referencing or what you are doing, that must have to be present. The data must have to be present over there. Okay, now you see the subject username. Okay, the first approver, who would be the first approver? The current owner. For example, either it would be like you can say over here when you select, and let me cancel it. And you see there are two steps, either on first step, on two step, or third step. Even on the dynamic group, on the dynamic group where we have HRBP approvals, and on the HRBP approval group, how many users we have present. Okay, that is coming over here. The first approver name, the current owner from which the workflow right now is on which step, it will give you this information. And then the start date, it would be very easy, just use the start date and the end date and date. And initiator comment, here you select initiator comment, and then workflow link, is there any link, you can just select the view link. Okay, and then you can just simply click on the save. Now, why we have created these templates, these mapping and groups? So the purpose of to create the group is that we can assign this template in, sorry, yeah, we can assign this group to multiple templates. Like inside this group, multiple templates can come, like not just only this template I'm using, or the other templates as well. So the last but not the least, you have done everything, you have configured everything, and even you can see over here, you see the email configuration. So over here, when I come over here and maternity, so there is one more screen, that is workflow. When you just click on the workflow, you see manage workflow email configuration. So for the custom notification, from this screen, all of the custom notification is controlled from this screen. And how, I will show you. Let me see over here. Even you can create, or you can find the other that is already created in this demo system. Okay, you see our maternity leave. So this name is coming from over here, the document generation group, maternity. Mm, maternity, it's the, okay, the maternity. Why is this name is maternity leave is coming just only, okay, sorry, bad. So he just only give the code maternity leave and the name over here maternity leave. Okay, so that's why it's coming like this way. And over here you see the current approver, maternity leave first approver. He used this one. You see maternity leave first approver as the group name. Now over here, whatever you see the notification, here it's asking either it would be standard email, sorry, standard template, or maternity confirmation after approval, maternity leave first approval, maternity leave HR approval. So as you can even ask from this, like there are so many groups, why this just only coming? Because when I click on this milestone group, the category is not the workflow. So whatever you select the category as workflow, those only categories will fall under this. So those groups just only visible over here. You see the standard template, the one I have previously shown from the email notification template setting, that is the coming the standard functionality, standard template. And over here, maternity leave first approver. Now these are the different workflow actions and email recipients. Either you want to send the notification when workflow is initiated, like email recipient who, current approver, or the contributor, you can just simply select the group and then on, because if you off, there is no options coming over here. And then workflow approved, you want to send on initiator or current approver or contributor, or workflow finally approved to initiator or contributor, workflow declined, initiator, current approver, previous steps. Now you see over here, standard template. And for the initiator, it uses maternity confirmation after approval when it's like the finally the workflow is approved. So you see all of the workflow actions are coming from this screen, that is the manage workflow email configuration. And then what you have to do finally, just select your desired email configuration that you have configured over here, maternity leave, and then just simply click on save. So beside this CC role, you know that the CC role will take the notification. Either it would be email, one liner email, or if you want to send the some role or dynamic group or to the position. But if you want, on each step the person is going for, like you can say, the notification, so you will follow this email workflow not email workflow email configuration, and this just simply save. So that respective person you have, uh, what you have on that, like you see the approver, it would be initiator, like you see initiated or approved initiator or current approver, that specific person will get the email notification. So that's the real-time business requirement that we have checked how we can configure this into the system. So if you have any questions or related to the configuration, or any interviewer asked any real time and you don't know, you can just simply ask us in the MA consulting on the YouTube or even on the WhatsApp, and we will create the video for you. Thank you, and please don't forget to subscribe and like our channel and share this video with your friends and in your circle. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.